GG, well played.
No. What do you... Brutal?
Savage.
Wrecked. Come on, guys, get it together. What else do we say after a game like that? That's
Sorry,
absurd.
Paul, we're not
quite in tune right now. It's fine.
We're gonna get there.
The cost. Vici are going to be so... That's not the Vici we saw for the second half of this year.
No, but this is the team secret of
It is, you're right.
throughout
You're right.
this season for sure. The understanding of the timings, their gameplay overall. There was no cheesy picks at all. This was just some simple Dota understanding. When the tier 1 tower falls, you go in and invade the enemy's jungle, take the Alex farm, just delay that radiance as much as possible, build into these tanky items, Solar Crest, Pipe, Vanguard. You can't touch the Bristleback.
Quite the contrary. This is not the secret we've seen for the last few days or the last few series. Like they really prepared a bit differently for the series. They played very fast. It wasn't kind of, we're going to sit back, hold our high ground, outscale you, or take these late game fights. It was, we're going to take it to you. The first game, I think, with that Wisp really caught them off guard. It was almost a free game in a sense once that came in. And then this game, their approach to the Alchemist. Again, they grabbed that Bristleback. You can really get in there, contest that jungle, can't really fight you, and they just took it to Vici and just took him over entirely.
What will this do in China in terms of Vici? Because they had high expectations, the fans, for them this time around. They expected them to be in the top 3, fighting for the Aegis as well. To go out here, that's not what was on the script at all.
Well, at the very least, it'll put more pressure on LGD now. Yeah, that's rough. Reminds me a bit of kind of Virtus Pro, right? Like winning these majors, doing well during the season, but can you do the same thing at TI? And TI being the big one, the big fish, I guess it's got to be a pretty disappointing outcome for them. Yeah.
Such a turnaround for Secret. This is, as Jack and Lacosta both said, it is much more like we saw from the regular season. Why has it taken so long for them to show their colors in this tournament?
I think for this series, it was preparation. Jack kind of mentioned it. Game 1, they had a cheese pick prepared with the carry IO, something they were probably very certain they could get since only OG showing it. Game 2, they're like, okay, let's give him Alchemist. We have a game plan for it. We can beat it. Alchemist, it's been the most banned hero of the tournament. It's only got a 51% win rate. So it is beatable. It's not this insta-win hero. Secret game plan for it. The Bristleback was a perfect hero to set the tempo. They were constantly in his jungle, running at him and causing all kinds of problems.
Okay. Let's catch up with Casey now, who is going to talk to Mid1.
Mid1, those were 2 of the fastest games we've seen here at TI. And the panel was just talking a little bit about how it feels like this is a different team secret, that you've been preparing a little bit differently. Any truth to that?
Yeah, I think we were shit at the playoffs. Like against EGA and Mineski, we were really shit. And I think we figured out stuff after Mineski game 2. Like I realized like what's good and bad. And then we turned out to be a better team now.
What's it like to be playing so quickly? Because a lot of the games at this tournament so far have gone pretty long. We've seen a lot of late games. And you guys are just coming out of the gate against Vici Gaming, a very well-established, highly respected team, and just dominating.
I mean, we have some few strats. We stole it, kind of, and made it our own. This is like, we had this idea of this, not for a long time, but we didn't play it. OG played it first. So I would say we stole it in a way. And I think our draft was pretty good. Like our heroes are meant to actually end the game as soon as possible.
Oh.
So that they cannot farm. Something like that.
It seems like you're also able to use, because you mentioned that you played not very well, in your opinion, up until the last couple of days. But it seems like somehow you were able to use that as motivation.
Yeah.
How are you able to do that? Because it's really easy for some teams to, not play their best and to use that to get the pressure and let it get to them.
I mean, the first game, first day of playoffs, I think I had too much stuff in my head. Like, I constantly not thinking about Dota, but there are a lot of types of shit, like, this is a stage, I'm playing on stage and shit. I'm like, what am I doing, Like, I should be focusing on the game and that's it. Nothing else. Nothing matters, only play Dota. Just nothing matters. So, because first day I actually cared about my score more than anything. For the first time. I was surprised, like, why would I care about my score? I used to not care, but now I care, so something is wrong with me. So, my team realized that I have some issue, and I kind of fixed it, like, gotta stop choking at TI and play good, something like that. Just focus on Dota.
Well, now it's time to focus on facing Liquid, so
yeah,
can't wait to see that.
Sure, thank you.
All right, congratulations.
All right,
back to you guys.
Thank you very much. not choking at TI. We did mention it, didn't we, this morning? They finished 5th, 6th last year. That was a disappointment for Secret. They would have finished 5th, 6th if they'd lost this series as well. Maybe the hoodoo's broken now, Gods.
He's aware of it. I like what he said, where it's like they found some shit that was good after the Mineski series.
He literally said that. That's exactly what he said.
And I think that thing that's good is Tiny. Tiny is an amazing hero, mid one, looking like the best Tiny in the tournament right now. So that's a hero you have to be careful about giving Team Secret.
Yeah, Jack, it's great for Secret in many ways. All that disappointment that goes all the way back to TI5 when they were the outright favourites coming in, and finally they've broken the hoodoo and they've made it into the top 4.
Yeah, maybe you come in and there's just so many other things to think about, expectations, pressure that you put on yourself internally. And Midland was talking about, maybe sometimes you just got to really simplify things, not overthink things. Not everything has to be perfect. Tune out the crowd, everything else, and just go play some Dota. And I think that's why a lot of these teams that seem very loose and happy. Obviously, if you win, you're happy, right? But you look at OG, you look at Liquid, like the team spirit, the general atmosphere that they have. It's like they want to keep it as loose and relaxed as possible, so you can go and get in the zone, not overthink things, not psych yourself out.
Yeah. We've heard some teams saving strats for TI, but now we have some teams stealing strats right at
No,
TI.
kind of. They made it their own.
Paul, he did say.
That was secret.
There's no shame in it.
That was secrets. Okay.
You take it, you embrace it.
Yeah, that was
your strat as well.
blatant copying, and it worked. No, I love it, Secret.
Come on, that's what Dota has been all the way through history,
Yeah.
isn't it? I mean, Chinese teams could come up with the meta, and then Western teams would take it and make it better, or Western teams would come up with the thing, and then Chinese teams would make them better. We've seen this before. We should head over to Shiva now, because there's always two sides to this coin. Of course, Secret will be very happy. Vici, on the other hand, I'm sure will be very disappointed.
I think disappointment maybe doesn't even begin to cover it, Paul. I'm here with Fade, and I know emotions are running high, so I am going to give you the microphone. This is your platform. You guys had an amazing run, and I know this wasn't where you were hoping to end up on, but this is your time. That's your camera.
Yeah, that's all I want to say is like thanks fans for us, and it's like our tournament is end, but maybe life goes on, so it's fine. So we will be back next year. Maybe we'll be strong.
I'm going to let you get back to your team to work through all those emotions. Thank you so much for standing here with me, and we're going to go back to the panel.
Yeah, it's tough. My heart is really for these guys. Jack, I mean, it's tough, isn't it?
Yeah, and Fade is someone. I'm glad he was brave enough to go out and do that. He's someone who, always very outgoing, always kind of expresses himself, and you can see it, right? Especially, I mean, a team that has done so well all year to fall short in front of their home fans. It's can't even imagine.
No, and Lacoste is falling short for them, isn't it? Because they've set such high standards in the last two majors, and they've won the minor and then into a major. They've done everything they could in preparation for this event.
I picked them to win this whole event, and you can see a lot of emotions from him. There's no shame in losing. They gave us really good, entertaining Dota, and they should be proud of it.
Absolutely. God's final word on the series. Great for Secret, obviously moving on. They'll play Liquid in the next game, which is Kuro versus Puppy.
That is an amazing matchup. Secret look like they're in the best form they have been all tournament. They are. And same for Liquid. Liquid had a rough start and have now kind of bounced back. So we're going to see Secret and Liquid playing, and it's going to be some amazing Dota.
We've also got the upper bracket final to come as well. That's it from me today, and also from our panel members right now. More to come, of course. Rich will be here very shortly. But first, you've seen Casey interviewing. I think she's getting a bit of a good deal, frankly. Free massages for life, just interviewing Dota players. FY's up next.
Hi. Okay, I'm gonna practice my Mandarin on you.
Okay.
Okay.
Test.
你好，
你好。
你好吗？
Fine. I'm good.
马马虎虎。
马马虎虎 yes 马马虎虎。
我叫 Casey，你呢？
徐林森。
是。
徐。
是。
徐。徐。哎。
So my first question for you, you've been doing this a long time. How do you deal with stress?
一般是
抽一根烟吧，然后让自己冷静一下。
Now, you know that smoking's bad for you, right?
Yes, it's bad.
I used to smoke, you know, and look at me now.
我现在看不到。
It's a fair point. How do you feel about TI coming to Shanghai and being in China for the first time?
对我来说，应该算是一种很好的体验吧，就是可以在自己的主场，然后有很多本地粉丝为你加油。然后最重要的是，不用去坐飞机了。我感觉今年和去年我是一直在飞机上，没有下来过。
You are definitely one of the veteran Dota players that everyone looks up to. Are you ever tempted to retire and move on the way others have?
考虑过，然后可能会考虑做教练或者解说吧。当然，我内心我还是